She wants her criminal conviction overturned, but will Judge Tracie Hunter get her wish?
It is the question tonight, just weeks before she's due to be sentenced.
Tonight on Your Side's Tom McKee, live with why she's pressing for a new trial. Tom?
Well, this is all about legal technicalities. Were jurors properly polled, and can jurors change their minds after the verdict has been read? Well, those issues were argued for about 2 hours today here at the courthouse before Judge Norbert Nadel, and he says he will issue a written ruling sometime next week. Only 9 on Your Side cameras were rolling as Judge Tracie Hunter arrived for court, flashing the smile she's displayed since she was first charged.
Judge Hunter is doing remarkably well because she's a remarkable woman.
Those upset at her conviction protested outside. Inside, she was surrounded by supporters as she entered the courtroom of Judge Norbert Nadel. One key issue here is jury polling. When jurors reached a guilty verdict on one count, they all said that was their true verdict and it was sealed. 3 days later, when it was read and they were hung on 8 other counts, they were not polled again.
That's a fundamental, constitutional, plain error, and the law demonstrates that it is, and I would hope that Judge Nadel would look at the law and right this wrong.
But noted defense attorney Mark Crumbine says he disagrees with that thinking.
I don't think there's any legal obligation at all to re-poll them when they hung on the other issues.
Then there's the issue of 3 of the 12 jurors, the only African Americans on the panel, saying they were pressured into voting yes on the lone guilty verdict.
Jurors are allowed to change or modify their jury before the verdict becomes final. After the verdict becomes final, they can't. So the issue is, when does a verdict become final in the state of Ohio?
That may be up to the appeals courts.
It's sort of too late, I think.
That's Crumbine's viewpoint.
It's not a big deal for jurors to pressure other jurors, as long as it wasn't anything improper like threats or threats of physical harm or threats of doing something.
Now, of course, sentencing on that guilty verdict, that conviction is set for December 2nd. One other note here, there was a warrant out for Judge Hunter's arrest because she didn't show up at court on a speeding ticket. Well, that ticket was paid before court this morning, and that case is now over. Coming up new at 6, opinions on whether race played a part in those jurors changing their minds. Tom McKee, 9 on Your Side, live downtown.